Thank you for being here and welcome back to the show. I want to say how great you are, by the way, in Wonka. And I'm not just saying this. I know I say you're great in things when you're on the show, but I really mean this.
Let me look into your eyes.
No, you're unbelievable. You're funny, you nail everything.
Oh, thank you.
You're here in the city during the holidays, the Christmas trees out there. Are you in the holiday spirit? Does Hugh Grant love this?
Oh, don't be absurd. No. Christmas has always given me the creeps, really.
Yes.
Even when I was a kid, I don't know why.
Really?
I went to an all-boys school, you know, the very English thing, there's no girls, and when we did the nativity play, I was quite pretty, I was always Mary.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It was quite traumatizing.
Yeah, it must be,
year after year, Mary, Mary, Mary. Then they all started calling me Mary.
Yeah, no, yeah, so you probably didn't like it. Were your parents into it?
I suppose they were into it, but up to a point. But me and my brother, the whole Santa Claus thing, what's that? It's terrifying, the idea of some old pervert coming down the chimney into a kid's room.
No, that's not...
I used to beg my dad to lend me his shotgun so I could shoot the bastard.
Oh my, now that is not true. But you have children. I mean, don't you have a little bit into Christmas?
Well, they're very greedy, obviously, so they like. But they have absolutely no Christmas spirit. I can say that with honesty.
One thing I read about you that fascinated me, I heard that you worked at Harrods, which is the giant department store in England, and that your job was to fill the Christmas baskets for people.
Christmas hampers.
Oh, hampers.
Yes, packed. Yes. Huge things. You know, they're very, very expensive gifts full of the most expensive champagne and God knows what. Yeah. And I'm not proud of my work on that, I have to tell you.
You weren't good.
Well, we got silly and bored, and then we started packing each other into the hampers. And on the whole, people could fight their way out. But there was one little guy from Ladies' Belts who did get delivered, actually.
That is not true. I know that you're not a fan of Christmas, but I can say that you are a fan of Blackpink.
I love Blackpink.
Now, you tweeted about them recently. You said, very grateful to 3 11-year-olds for taking me to see Blackpink yesterday. I'm a rabid Blink now. Slept with my heart hammer.
Yes.
Are you a Blink?
Now I am, yes. I have a daughter who dragged me to this thing. And
you didn't want to go?
Well, it's not automatically a grumpy 63-year-old Englishman's cup of tea, you know, K-pop. But it's a huge concert in Hyde Park in London, and she took me along. And what was fascinating, she's a very good girl. You know, she's a very good girl at school, she's a very good girl at home, she's marvellous. Yes. She turned into a raving nutcase. Suddenly she's got this hammer in her hand, she's going crazy like this. It's like a possessed child, it's like The Exorcist. But after an hour...
Yeah.
I'm
really?
Yeah.
They're talented.
Amazing. I love them, yeah.
You've been on fire, by the way. You've been nominated for The Undoing. Congratulations. That was a fantastic performance. You've done a very English Scandal. Florence Foster Jenkins you were great in. Someone said in an article that you said you're in the freak show phase of your career.
I said that.
Oh. And someone else
which is true.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I get now. I get weirdos, freaks, perverts, and now animals, actually. I've just been offered the part of an orangutan.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd be great at that. I honestly didn't think, I was like, Hugh Grant is an Oompa Loompa. I didn't know if this was going to work. It beyond works. It is fantastic. You're like 1.5 feet tall, or...
Yeah, I'm up to the knee, just below the knee.
How did they do all that stuff, I'm assuming?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They put me in a sort of torture chamber and covered me in wires, and I did my best. I was working with lovely people, actually. You know, your kids watch the Paddington films.
Yeah, Paddington, yeah. Paddington 2. Who's this director?
Paul King.
Paul King is phenomenal.
He is phenomenal. What a talent. And what a lovely man. He's the spirit of Paddington in human form, and he makes these very... beautiful and very funny and very detailed and lovable films. Anyway, I can't remember why I was saying that. Oh, yeah, so he put me in the torture chamber.
Yeah. I'm glad you remembered. Yeah. That's so fun.
And I'm all wired up, and I do my best. And then, lo and behold, they produce this tiny little thing.
Yeah. What do your kids think of Dad being an Oompa Loompa?
Well, I think shame, really. You know, other kids have international human rights lawyers. And Their daddy's an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, exactly. You just absolutely crushing it. And I was like, oh, yeah, because I know you work with this director in Paddington, too, but you sing, you dance, you're charming, you're so funny. I loved you in this, and I saw some quote somewhere you said that you couldn't have hated the whole thing more. And I thought that was very funny.
Well,
but
that's my shtick. It's been my shtick for, God knows, 30 years on these shows and everything. I'm sure. Do I mean it?
No.
I don't think I mean it.
You're sarcastic and very clever and humorous.
If
funny.
there's too much gush around, it comes up like a kind of automatic furball, something negative, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, and there's a lot of gush on these press junkets.
Yeah, so you didn't want to gush too much.
I can't do it.
No.
But
I can do that. That's my job. I can say how great you are.
And what a good gusher you are.
Oh, thank you.
Well, and you sound like you mean it.
I do. I watched it with my two kids, 9 and 10, and we loved it.
Well, I love the film. I got to say, I love the film.
You're so happy at the. It's just like an origin film of Wonka. So this is Willy before he has the chocolate factory. It shows where he came from, his childhood, his mother, and then you're an Oompa Loompa who's chasing him down for chocolate.
Yeah, because he stole my chocolate.
Yeah, so you have a right.
I have a right
to go after Wonka.
Yeah.
It is charming. It is funny. It's family friendly. It's musical. It's just great. I just loved it, and everyone in my house loved it. Big fans of yours. So.
Oh, well, thank you. Then I love the Fallons.
Yeah, good. The Fallons love you right back. I've run kind of out of questions. Does anyone in the audience have a question for you, Grant?
No, here, please.
Oh, how about you, sir? Yeah, over there.
Hey, Hugh.
Hey.
So, happy to see you. Yeah, quick question.
People like this audience member.
Big fan.
All right.
Big fan.
Love, actually.
You know, you work with some incredible actors throughout your career. You worked, I mean, some really incredible actors. And I was just curious, like, where does Timothée Chalamet rank on that list?
Well, I'm assuming this is not part of the show that's going to be broadcast. I'll tell you the truth. To be honest, I didn't like him. And none of us did. There's that, I don't know what it is. There's something just weird about that whole French Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
Je suis français.
Yeah. He's actually...
Do you like my hair?
No, for sure.
That's a good question, though, but thank you.
Yeah, but thanks anyway.
Thank you for asking that question.
Appreciate the question.
We appreciate you being inquisitive here at the show.
For sure. I'll catch you later.
All right, catch you later. Bye, sir. Take care. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Hugh Grant and Timothée Chalamet in Wonka. Take a look at this.
So glad you're here.
Oh, I'm not going to let you out of my sight, Willy Wonka. Not till you've paid your debt. But I bring glad tidings on that score.
What's that?
I've been doing my sums. One more jar, and we're even. Or, if you prefer, I will accept half a jar of those rather amusing hoverchicks.
You're out of luck. I don't make chocolate anymore.
You should stand up to those bullies. Give them the old 1-2. That's what an Oompa Loompa would do. But if you are determined to just sit there feeling sorry for yourself, I am going flat. Good night, son.
Hey, come on! Hugh Grant! Timothée Chalamet! Wonka is in theaters and IMAX this Friday! We'll be right back with Sydney Sweeney. Stick around, everybody.